Hello, this quick guide to the Lake of Shadows Grandmaster Nightfall. This Grandmaster Nightfall has barrier and unstoppable champions, also arc threats. Make sure you got arc resist mods on your chest piece. And this week it is arc surge and void surge for the weapon buffs. For the builds, I'm bringing a Speaker's Sight Warlock, specifically for heat rises, because we're going to use this to skip the whole Tormentor and second inside section on the dam. So that's for that. You don't have to use Heat Rises Warlock, you can bring Grapple instead, but I'll show you how to do it on this. And I'm bringing Queensbreaker. This will melt the boss at the middle section, the meatball boss, and also the sidearm for barriers and unstops. Luminata's bringing the Chaos Reach Warlock, lots of arc, and Reops bringing a Titan with Storm's Keep. And all of us are bringing Linears so that we can try and melt not only the meatball boss, but use it on the final boss as well. We'll show off the cheese in the final boss room, as well as the skip for the Tormentor. It's actually a really good strat at the start of the strike here, where we can push the payload basically the whole way without getting the taken spawns. So right here, we need to kill these first groups of adds. To push the payload, you have to kill this spawn. Once you kill this spawn, the taken are going to spawn as well, so you might as well kill them just to make it safe. So, with all of these dead, we can push the payload. Now, we do have to kill all the adds on the left, the barrier. I mean, you don't have to kill them, but you probably want to. But what the skip involves, in terms of skipping the taken spawns, is leaving one of the adds alive from this drop ship here. Now, what we do is we leave the unstoppable alive, because it's just easier to keep stunning him. You can just stun him and just go past. You could just leave the dog alive if you wanted, but it's harder to make sure he doesn't die. So if we just keep pushing, if he's alive, the taken don't spawn. Now we've got this spawn as well, same thing. Kill everything and just leave the unstop alive. We've got 2 unstops now. That one running away is not great, but it's fine. So we get to the end, detonate. Now, as long as we've tagged them, as long as you've touched them, when this blows up, they'll die, and you'll get kill credit for both of them. You can see, kill credit for both, and the taken just despawn straight away. The easy way to deal with the start, without taking too long. Now you can do a similar thing with the second payload as well. Not killing all the adds. Makes the taken not spawn. But I don't usually do it on the second payload, I usually just kill everything. Now after we kill this group, we do have to kill the drop pod full of enemies. Can't push the payload yet. And now that they're all dead, we get the taken spawns. So these ones you have to kill. As we push the payload forward, we're going to get the drop pod land in front of us. And the champion from up the street. There's only one champion ever since they changed the strike for the new version of it. But be careful of the turrets, they're the biggest threat right now. One up there on the left, and got another one sneaking in the gap there. Sorry, on the left, and the one up there on the right. We got this champion. You could, if you wanted, try and just leave him alive. Not get the taken spawns. But as soon as he dies, and the rest of them are dead, we're going to get the taken. Reason we do that and kill the Taken anyway is I don't want them spawning behind us. So it's easier just to kill them. Once we get here, we're going to get the barrier and a few adds. Now, there's a few ways to deal with the meatball. You could do it slowly. When the boss gets the thirds on his health bar, that's when the ads spawn. And you could slowly do that and deal with the ads. But what we're going to do with the Queen's Breakers and Linears, just melt his health bar down. Destroy the little Taken things. And you can just keep shooting. With them dead, when you detonate, that's when the thing will progress. But yeah, if you melt fast enough, your team should be able to survive most of the time. If you're having trouble with that though, obviously feel free to do it a bit slower, get to the thirds of the health bars, clear the ads, then progress the health a bit more. Now the skip that we're going to show is at the end of the outside section on the dam. You don't want to go inside that door. We have to get down there first. And we've got an unstop just at the bottom of these stairs here to deal with. Nice. And there'll be a barrier down the bottom as well. Now this yellow bar has to die to open up the wall so that we can run through. Now this outside section, the biggest threat are the Threshers. And there's a few ways to deal with them. One is you can use a blinding grenade launcher and that'll stop the turret from shooting. Blinding grenade launcher is actually super handy because you can also use that on the Tormentor if you're not skipping. It'll stop the Tormentor from attacking you as well. Other thing is, what I'm doing here, you can actually shoot these little rockets. Stops your teammates dying from them. It's easier when it's shooting you, because you just shoot straight at the turret like that. You can blow them all up. Yeah, these Threshers do a lot of damage, so definitely want to take them out. If you had rockets or something like that instead of linears, they do actually do a lot of damage, the Threshers. Once that's dead, we just want to take care of the ads on the outside of the bridge, so then we can do the skip. We do have a couple of phalanxes down there. They don't really matter. They can hurt quite a lot. If you want to deal with them, you can. Now, here's the skip. So we don't want to go inside the door. If someone goes in, like anyone on your fire team goes in, it will spawn a champion in there. That means you have to go kill it if you want platinum. Otherwise, try and make sure people stay out. If you do go inside and kill the champ, you can come back out and still skip the Tormentor. You just have to make sure you kill any champions that spawn. Now when I do the skip, any teammate who doesn't also join, they want to be back kind of like where Limonada is or further back. Otherwise, when you join allies, you'll join dead. Now, it doesn't really matter if they join dead, but they want to join alive. They just have to be back there. Now, heat rises and just hug the wall. And you go right up in the corner here. You can grapple in here as well. So just try and grapple into the corner. That's where you're aiming for, so you don't die to the death barrier. And then once you're up here, just around the corner and we're in. Obviously, if multiple people are doing the skip, makes it easier, but you need someone with either heat rises on or grapple. Now once everything's dead, I'm going to go up to the entrance. This is where you drop down into the room. As soon as I go up here, this triggers the joining allies and spawns in the crux in the middle. Now don't shoot that, because that'll start the fight. I'm going to wait for them to join allies. And now if you're doing the melt, you know, you'll be able to just start melting them. But if you want to learn the cheese, what we want to do for the cheese is get up to the top there. Now there's a few ways to get up. The hunter strat, there's a safer way for hunters. You can go the normal way on all three classes. But for hunters, you can do this thing where you jump on there. And then jump up to this thing. And go along these tops of these windows here. And we're aiming for that bar. Now the reason this is better for hunters than any other classes, there's an invisible wall above my head. And as a warlock, it's kind of hard to float without hitting my head. As a hunter, you can like kind of jump out and then get the height later. But you're trying to basically stand on the pipes there. You can't stand on it earlier, you kind of have to aim for there. Now I can't really do it too much on the warlock because I hit my head, but you can jump on there and then jump straight up to Reops. Now the normal way that all three classes can do, if you're a hunter, titan or warlock, doesn't matter. Jumping onto this orange thing. And up around the corner on this little ledge. Now there's a couple of ways from here. The most way that you'll find is people going onto that little lip there. Now this can be a little hard for some people. Making the right distance like that. Easy to fall off. So the other way is actually to go up the side, which I'll show. Now this can be hard when it's dark. The time of day changes depending on when you do the GM. But if you hug right into this left corner and just jump straight up, if you hold forwards, you should mantle this little part here. And then from here, we can jump up and around onto the roof. As you run across, you get adjoining allies, but you can just kind of run across. I find that way a little bit easier. It can just be hard to find that little mantle. So whatever you find easier, whether jumping onto that to here or jumping up and over. Now once you're up here, if you're using rockets, don't stand behind here and shoot rockets. They'll hit that. Even if you're aimed up here, they'll still hit that. So you'll die. So you want to kind of stand on top of this. But you do have to be careful standing here, because the knights down the bottom can launch fire at you. And that hurts. So we're going to start it. I've got a well. We've got Storm's Keep as well. We'll stand on the bar. And with the Well of Radiance, we can kind of shoot through the shield. We'll do body shots, but... still a very easy melt. And don't forget, we do have guides for all the GMs up on our YouTube, so check them out there. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye! Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more. Special thanks to our channel members City, Burnt Toast, GD Finn, Hob, Badger, Jakey, Reops, Ferwin, Tolsan, Whiskey, Spec, Soup Pants, Cozy, and Jay for their continued support.